Hi everyone, this is the Psychic Sleuth, and I'm back with another AutoWrite. But first off, I wanted to say a few things. This AutoWrite is going to be a little different. It's going to kind of tie things up with a nice little bow. And I want you to know that, I've had a lot of POIs. A lot of people tell me, bring POIs to me throughout this whole time, since February, since I first started this. And, I've taken a lot of look at them, and they didn't match. And this whole time, I haven't had one. Now, finally, someone's matching straight up, and I did not have anything to do with the person that sent him to me. For not till after AutoWrite 8. They heard AutoWrite 1, and they said, "Oh my gosh, that sounds just like him." But yet they didn't contact me because they wanted to see what else I could get. Um, so this was so that no one would think that I was being led with information, which I wasn't being led with information. I've never been led with information. All the information that I get is guided. Um, and so, with that being said, there's a lot of negativity and a lot of hate going on around this case. I am a proven psychic medium. I have my own podcast where I work with a private detective, and that private detective has seen and witnessed me getting accurate information on cases when I knew nothing about them. He would have never decided to work on the cases with me unless he believed in what I do, and he was a skeptic at first. So there's a lot of things going on around about me that aren't true, and so I hope that my supporters aren't listening or believing anything that's being said, because it's not true. And so people don't have to listen. They don't have to watch. I put this out for the girls, and that's it. And so that we can bring this SOB to justice. It's not for any other reason. And the only reason that I asked for donations before wasn't just for this case, it's for every case. It's so I can work on cases for free. And, a lot of people, I've said it in my other videos, I can't have a normal job. I have a lot of medical issues. I have neck and back and fibromyalgia and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of crap that I have to deal with daily. I have chronic pain, and I can't work like that. If I could, I would. Trust me. Trust that, because I don't like living the way that I'm living right now. And it doesn't mean that I'm not good at what I do. It's just I do a lot of free stuff for people, and I'm not well known yet. But everybody that comes to me, they have a nice connection, and I would never scam anybody. So just throwing that out there, okay? So like I said, this last AutoWrite does tie things up with a little bow. I never led with information. All I did was go over validations. That was it, with this person and this person that we suspect. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty, of course. So with that being said, like I said, if you want to be negative, just keep on going. You don't even have to watch this. You don't have to listen. You don't have to post to your stupid little page. Okay, so I am proven by all the people that I have given readings to, hundreds of testimonials. And if you want to see those testimonials, I'll be happy to send them to you. If you want to talk to those people, I'm sure they'd be happy to talk to you. So we don't need any more crap talking, all right? Because there's enough hate in this world. There is. And you guys, the people that are crap talking are just making a mockery of everything. When I'm here trying to shed light on the case with my gifts that are God given, whether you think they are or not, I really don't care, because I know that they are. I've seen things, and I've been able to give readings and know things that there's no way I could possibly know. And I have people contacting me now saying how upset they are when they see comments about me being called a fraud because they know better, because I knew things that nobody knew but themselves. So, all right. With that being said, that's enough. That's enough of that. I just needed to set the record straight, especially since this is going to be an AutoWrite, like I said, that kind of ties things up and points at a specific person that I did not meet the person that's connected to this POI, or the person that we're thinking it is, until AutoWrite 8, after AutoWrite 8. And all we did was go over validations. That was it. And there are over 100 validations pointing in this direction. So, with that being said, we're going to start AutoWrite 9. So, before I start, there are some things that I've noticed about after going back through all of the AutoWrites. Looking back on my very first information, which is way back in the first blog talk show I did in February, I got on this case. They mentioned multiple personalities, also schizophrenia, bipolar, narcissistic. Studying the AutoWrites over and over, which I did, this is what they are talking about when they mention other men. Multiple personalities disorder is like the movie Split. They all have their own looks, personalities, identities, jobs, like a whole persona. I was picking up this whole time, well, in his head and from the girls, how he has seen himself. In his mind, this is how it happens, so nothing has changed at all, just how I perceive and understand the information given. This disorder can also be connected to or border schizophrenic disorder as well. After much thought and contemplation and trying to understand what the girls are saying, we are dealing with one man and many of his alter egos. The specialist who is good at what he does is the one that does the killing. He is the main personality. That is why I kept seeing him so clearly. He is the strongest. This is how he explains why I see the others standing around, watching him as he kills, as if they are part of him, but not in the action. In his mind, they are different people, so that is why I get information on them. Sometimes this is how the psychic information comes in, confusing yet clear. Depending on how you look at it, he may consider himself a hitman of sorts. Looking back, this pieces it together and actually makes a lot of sense. All we can do is follow the puzzle pieces and connect the dots. I do believe the whole picture is forming. With that being said, I hope that you are not all confused. That is not my intention. Again, the information hasn't changed. It's how we perceive it. And this feels more right. It feels like the right direction, and I get a thumbs up. So with that being said, let's see what the girls have to say. He's a crazy man, hypervigilant. We want to tell you at this time that you are on the right track. We have mentioned the name. It is way back in the AutoWrites. AutoWrite 1. Also, the last initial, AutoWrite 7. It's all there. I wish people would look at the whole picture. As we said before, Daniel is innocent, almost as a setup, serendipity. You have been seeing this around you. These are our signs to you. Keep going. He will be caught. Seriousness, stalker. He stalked us. At this time, I'm shown a house/cabin with a little fence around it, and it's close by the bridge. Yes, he stayed there. I know you feel like you're being led by information that you know, but you are not. We are validating what you are aware of. Dearest Rochelle, thank you for continuing to fight for us. Thank you for trying so hard. Finally, some are starting to listen and piece together. We want to thank everyone at this time who has been supportive of our loved ones and the people trying to help. We know it has been a struggle, but it will come to an end. The mention of December/January again. Must get his DNA, it will match. Why you feel so strongly about this, Rochelle, is because it is accurate. We are making you feel this way, and since you have made your psychic link stronger, you are seeing his thoughts. They are crazy thoughts. He is stalking. At this time, I'm shown 2 more girls. They aren't Libby and Abigail or Lizzie and Lyric. These are girls that look similar to them. These are his next ones. You must stop him before he strikes again. They are looking in the wrong direction. Dolls. He sits in his truck and watches, waits, plans. The people that know him know he's capable of this, but we aren't understanding why they aren't taking notice. Hypocrite. At this time, I'm shown him popping pills. The voices tell him the specialist takes over. He's dangerous, Rochelle. He must be taken off the streets before he strikes again. He likes bridges for a certain reason. He has many online profiles. He is watching, waiting, laughing. BG is important. It matches his name, his ID. But remember, he changes it. At this time, I see him popping in contacts. I see him cutting on himself, not sure why. He is evil. He doesn't need a motive. Popsicles. At this time, I'm telling the girls I want to try to get in his brain. I want to see what his thoughts are. They tell me he can feel me when I do this. In his head, he's crazy. It's full of murderous thoughts, vengeful thoughts, stalking thoughts. His mind is just a complete mess. He loves the rush of the kill, the rush of taking a life, the power it leaves. He has put clues out for everyone to see, yet no one is seeing it. Who do you think started BG? He wants to be famous. He is doing this for the glory as well. Wants to go down as a famous serial killer. There are many more connected to him, as in people he's killed. At this time, I'm shown fire. I had a dream of raging fire the other day, woke up, and there was a truck that had caught on fire. I feel this was a message. He's fascinated with fire, but it also leaves no trace. The letter P comes to mind, not sure why. At this time, I feel super nauseous and anxiety. I also said in the very beginning that he is of Mexican descent, somewhere in his genes, and shown the Mexican flag. That is not changed. That is what he looks like, even if it's a light colored. This is true form. At this time, I see a knife with blood dripping from it. He licks it. And I also see an axe. It's small, guns, and a toolbox with lots of tools in it. He has never been caught for anything. His DNA is not in the system. We are telling you, Rochelle, this is important. He needs to be found ASAP. Know that you are not being led by information. You have received it all. This is us. We are just confirming. The energy, you feel it. You know. The people that know him know. The letter X. He has killed animals when he was younger. He's always had a mental disorder. Parents tried to pretend he was normal, but his childhood molded him. Look, open your eyes. He's been in front of you this whole time. He's put clues out there and you are missing them. A part of him wants to be caught so that he can be even more famous. He doesn't care if he's being hunted. He likes the thrill of the chase, the cat and mouse game, hearing the word horizontal. He is driven by demons. Again, seeing nice shoes and nice clothes, but not always. He's a truck driver, and you got this in the very beginning. He's been to many places. He's killed and no one even knows. He kills and people don't put the pieces together. At this time I asked about Iowa. Yes, Iowa too. He doesn't always kill in twos. He's not always the same MO. When the specialist takes over, he has no control. A lot of what you have gotten are things that he has fabricated. The military stuff. He feels he's an expert. And in his mind, he is a soldier. He has served. This may be because others in his family have served, but he's not mentally able to serve for real. He has a whole fantasy world going on in his head. He will do this again. Please, he needs to be stopped. He has already struck, but the dots are not connected because MO isn't exactly the same. Remember the copycat I got a long time ago? At this time, I hear a golf course. Here, high five. Kokomo. Here, bitch in my head. This is him. I'm trying to push him out so I can hear the girls. He has anxiety. He's quick to anger. He has thrown his clues in everyone's face, and yet only a few are catching on. Doll face. This time I'm shown a rainbow, and it's beautiful. They say, Rochelle, a rainbow is a promise that you are on his tail, a promise that he will be caught. These messages are a little different than normal, but we have to confirm to you. Hearing the word frustrated. I keep getting the same vision now, and it's of them on the bridge and then him with them. His face turns evil, and his teeth are pointy like a vampire. This is symbolic. Castle, crystals. Hearing the word bomb diggity. No clue why. I don't know if the girls spoke like that or not. Seeing a few books. But there is one that is above all others, and this isn't a personal account. This one will reveal many truths. Misty. We are disappointed at the people that are making a mockery of this case, but it's okay. It will be taken care of. We have your back as you have had ours. We have a connection. At this time, I'm seeing bluebirds, not sure why, and I'm shown puzzle pieces sliding together. Shown a chessboard. Game of strategy, number 15. Heroin needles. He thinks he's snuffed our light, but we are shining bright. We are together. We are united. This is how we wish people would be on the case. We know it has been up and down, lots of emotions, but the group you have now is the right one. Keep on the path. Hearing the word truck driver, we know we're repeating and we are reiterating things that are important. It was a quick walk there, business done. Quick walk back, planning, stalking, watching, waiting, maneuvering. Extreme psychopath, gets crazy when angry, urges to kill strong. He is watching everything. He enjoys it. He gets off on it. All the hype, all the publicity, the hunt. It gives him power, and this will urge him to strike again, as it is never enough. He is so sad so many have It is so sad that so many have suffered by his hand. Revenge is on his mind. There is someone he stalks, calls, breathes in the phone, and hangs up. Word multiple. Raging. Everything you get is connected in some way. Some may not even be visible. When so much is validated, you must listen. Everything we say is for a reason. At this time, I hear the name Bradley again. I've heard this in the very beginning. Very first AutoWrite. It's important. They bring it up. Again, this case can be solved. We said it would get cold before it heated back up. Well, it's heated back up for a bit. Let's keep it hot. You're hot on his heels. I know Libby's grandma's name is Becky, and I just heard the name Becky loud and clear. So this is to validate her. Again, I see a lot of things done in her name, but not all has been brought to light yet. Many ideas, although tragic, will come from their passing, and we will see our loved ones again. The other side exists, and it's beautiful. The most brightest, beautiful colors. I sit and paint them. Even the paints are brighter so I can capture the image. We can play with animals and we can do what we want. We have met Jesus. We are with God. Know that you are chosen, and the hate people will say you're making this up. You are not, we assure you. All will come to light that you are right. We know you will listen. You would listen to us. You have been praying and praying to God and us, and we hear your prayers. We have placed you in the right path. Now all you have to do is continue. There is much beauty and grace that surrounds you. It embraces those you touch. You are 100% genuine. Honestly, I'm not boasting. This is them, promise. We just want to say we love you and you are our sister. All four of us are here. We're supporting you. They need to connect Iowa. He was there. He can get to wherever he wants to go. It's not a problem for him. At this time, I see geese, not sure why. Again, want to thank those that support us and let you know we are around. We feel the love. We hear the thoughts. We hear the words spoken. There are those we come to, the ones that we miss. Sometimes they feel us, sometimes they don't. Grief can do that. It can block us out. No, we are okay. Promise. We did not suffer. We are free. At this time, they show me doves. They say we will be here if you need us, but you have tons of information to go on. If you just go back over it, things will stick out. Pay attention. Hearing the word gallery. So I don't know if there are pictures up someplace in a gallery. I think I was shown this before. Seeing a heart. This is usually a symbol for love, but it may mean something else. Banshee. I know they scream, so this may symbolize this. I'm trying to get much information as I can. I see police lights at this time, so I feel this is a symbol for being caught, but we can't urge enough. It needs to be soon. He knows that you know his name, Rochelle. He knows. Trust this. He has watched every video multiple times. He likes that you talk about him. Boastful, prideful, plain evil. He can be charming. So many don't realize. They think lies about him, but they are not lies. They are truth. It feels weird being so close. Like you're in a dream. Like, no way. Because you never thought possible. But I assure you, Rochelle, you're on his hills. That's a promise. With all this, we want to say we love you and we love everyone for helping wherever it is needed and supporting us. And so that is what the girls had to say this time. Please like, subscribe. You can go to the Psychic Sleuth page and discussion group if you want to read over the AutoWrites or whatever. Anyways, thank you for listening. I'll see you next time.